Hey, Mike Brailsford of Brailsford Woodworks. Thank you for joining me again. Today I've got a very large pecan bowl that I rough turned again back in 2015, and it's very oblong now. So I have it already set up on my cold jaws, and I've got my tailstock pushed up to hold it in place because it's awfully awkward. And I'm going to get it round and get the tenon fixed up. And I want to get it so I can get it put into my regular chuck. But I think this has got a lot of inclusions on it, and I believe it's going to take some extra work with possibly some epoxy resin. But let's take a look at it, shall we? So here it is. As you can see, it's got a huge inclusion here. It's got a big gap in here. Once I get this turned on the outside, I'll get a better idea of what I want to do on it. Here's another inclusion here. But I just love, again, I love pecan and I love the grain. It is be somewhat interesting to work with. Difficulty is a little higher than some woods because of how hard it is. But let me get my gouge sharpened up, and let's get this one rough turned on the outside. All right, I think I've got this where I want it for now. Let me just actually get the top of the tenon a little bit. That ought to get it. So I think I am going to take this off, look at putting some epoxy in some of these openings here, and then I'll get it back on here and we'll get this bowl finished up. I'll be back. Okay, so I have my big pecan bowl that I filled one void with some of the remnants I had from the pecan epoxy bowl I had done. I had extra on that, so I quickly poured it in there. But I have one more void I got to do, and instead of mixing up some of the long setting epoxy, I'm going to try to use some of the quick setting epoxy, and I'm going to try to put some of the powder, metallic powder in there, and see if I can get it to work. Yeah, let's see if we can get this in there. I'm going to lightly hit it with my torch, see if I can get it to flow a little bit better than this. For sure. Flow. All right, let's see how that fares. I'll get that to set up and I'll be back when I can turn it. Okay, I got the big pecan bowl back on the chuck. I've got the big cracks filled with epoxy. Let's see if we can do a little bit more on this one today. Time to leave well enough alone on this, or else I'm going to go through the bottom and I'm going to be unhappy about it. So it's time to do some sanding And I'm going to start out with the sanding angle grinder. I love the look of Pecan. I love the results, but man, this stuff is hard. This has been one of the hardest ones I've ever worked on. Let me keep going. Alright, I finished up through 400 grit. Now to apply some wax. Okay, I'm rather pleased with that, despite how hard this bowl was to finish. I swear this pecan is concrete in fibrous form. So let me get it off of the chuck, and then I'll put it on the cold jaws and finish it up. All right, I got my brand on there. Now I just finished sanding and and putting on wax on the bottom. All right, this bolt is done. Let's get it off the coal jaws and have a look. All right, this is it. I've got red and copper epoxy in these voids. I've also got some black CA glue and some of these stress cracks that were in the wood here. I believe this is even a bark inclusion that is pretty seriously embedded there. I wouldn't even try to get it out, but the epoxy's also through there and then through here. Beautiful figure on this piece, but man, oh man, this one fought me every step of the way. Okay, everybody, again, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you'd like any of the content that I have, please take a look at some of my other links that you'll see around me. Please click on those like and subscribe buttons. I'd appreciate it. Leave me a comment. I'd love to know what you think. And please stay safe. Bye-bye.